Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Max Flair, and today I'm doing a modding tutorial on how to mod the audio for Tears of the Kingdom on Ryujinx. I'm pretty sure this works with Yuzu as well, but let's get into this. First of all, you need to make sure the audio file that you are trying to mod into the game starts as a wave, not a .mp3. So if you have a .mp3 file, you're going to want to turn it into a wave. We're going to start with Audacity. If you don't have Audacity, I'll leave the link to it in the description below, but let's start. When you start the audio modding, you want to make sure that the audio rate is set to 48000. You're going to open the file you're modding into the game, which would be yada yada yada, just choosing something random for this video tutorial. You're going to normalize the audio. Make sure you Control A to select all of it. Normalize the audio. Get it as low as possible so it doesn't sound loud. Okay, perfect. Then you're going to want to export the project as a wave. We're going to save that file where we're going to be working on the file. Okay. Now for the next step, you're going to need a couple files for this. Now that the wave file is already prepared and everything, you're going to need this on Game Banana. I'll leave a link in the description below. You're going to need this. I'm using the AMD, but it just depends on what you're using, is what you're going to use. But make sure I'll leave this in the description below. Use this one. Foobar, the extension for Foobar, and we're going to use this online patcher for this. Other than that, once you have everything you need downloaded, then we can start. Oh, before that though, before you start any of this modding, that you go to the game you are modding, you're going to want to do extract data as ROMFS and choose where you want that location to go. Once you have that, you're going to go to the file for the sound editing, resources, stream. This is where you're going to get your audio for that, along with the bars file that will be needed for this, which is under resources instead of stream. But now that that's out of the way, we're going to want to start the file editing, right? Okay. I have two files. I usually just rename this to something short. Music to replace. Okay. This is something pre-set up for you to use in CMD. Make sure that when you extract not extract, but when you download this right here, make sure it's in the same folder as the song that the BMG, not the bars file, the actual BMG that you're modding, and in the wave you're trying to replace over this. With that being said, now that all that's done, you're going to want to type this. Well, not exactly this, because you're going to want to replace the wave file over the first option and the name of the track you're replacing over the second option. And you're going to want to paste that there. Copy that in the actual address bar. Don't delete this. Just straight up type CMD, hit enter, paste what you just copied from that file that you wrote, and hit enter. Now, instead of it playing the actual audio from the game, you hear the audio we're replacing over it. You can go ahead, if you don't already have a folder in your mods folder, ROMs, sound, resources, stream, and paste that there. BGM my home, right? We're not done. That's just part 1 of this. Part 2. You're going to want to take the bars file, and as I stated before, the bars file is under ROMs, sound, and resources. So your bars file will be located under this part. Once you have that, you're going to open the TOTKZSTD tool, link in the description below, right here. And then you want to hit settings before you do anything and find where you dumped your game files. Save that. Then you want to find your bars file. I moved my bars file for the sake of this video. Associated bars file, my home bars, correct? And then you want to decompress it to a folder. I made a folder specifically for compressed and decompressed files. We're going to hit decompressed, and then we're going to hit decompressed right here. In the folder where it's decompressed, we're going to save. Okay, it did its thing. And now your file should pop up here as a bars file. This is where this comes in. The bars patcher. I'm using the Smash Custom Music page for this. Works just as well. Now you're going to want to find your bars file. Your bars file will be where you decompressed your file. So we're doing my home. We're choosing the original file. Oh, and make sure it's the B-Wave file, not the bars file. Alright, now that we have the original file, we're going to choose the file we're trying to patch over it. In which case, it'll be the file that we pre-made. The one we did in Audacity. And then we're going to go and let that overwrite the files. That'll save at patch 3 or patch or whatever you want to call it. Save it. Now, you're going to want to go find that patch file. I had a folder made for patch files too. Makes it easier. It's patch 3. So we're going to reopen this tool. It should already be set up if you set it up the first time to do this. You're going to browse for that patch file. Make sure you hit any files right here and select patch 3. Then you're going to want to put the repatch file under the compress folder. Now compress it. Save it as anything right now. Okay. Now that you have that, you're going to want to rename that file to the file you're replacing. So the bars file, you're going to copy that text, go to where you compress the file. It should be patch bars 3. You're going to paste over here, and now your bars file is completely done. You're going to want to copy that into your mods directory. As you can see, the bars file will go under resources as the audio file will go under stream. Why are we doing this, you ask? If you do it without doing the bars files in the game, you're going to get a load of mess. Anyway, now that that's done, if you're going to want to put it in your mods folder like I have, it'll be ROMs, sound, resources, stream, and that's where your files will go. Your bars files under resources, your audio files under stream. And now it's time to test and see if it worked. And as you can see, the audio file that we modded into the game works, and it syncs, and there's no audio problems. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial video. I really hope it helped you out for whatever you're trying to do, and join me on the next one if I decide to do one. Bye guys.